You're all invited to the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Accept this, Michael. Be one of us. Oh! Death has come to your little town, Sheriff. You can either ignore it, or you can help me to stop it. Candyman. Candyman. Candyman.
Sitting down with Mitch today. Mitch, director of many films.
A couple.
How many are done?
How many are out or how many have been filmed? We have the company itself since its start in 21 has done, I think 6 or 7 films at this point.
Wow.
Well, I guess it'd be 6 because we've done one movie unrelated to our BCU universe.
Right.
That was kind of like the first thing that we did, kind of all. Like, none of us were thinking anything like we were going to make it or anything. We just were a bunch of middle-aged dads that liked movies that one of us wrote a cool script and we could do it all here in town. So let's just do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then nobody saw it and no one cared. And so we just figured, hey, this was fun. Let's do it once a year.
Yeah,
We don't have to do anything with it. But this was really fun to do. It's like summer camp. So let's do that again.
Yeah. And
then we did Bogman the next year. And it was just one of those situations of just the right circumstances happening that, like, it was the only way it could have been described to be serendipitous, because it was like one of the guys on the crew was apprenticed under this producer in California, and he had his card and was like, Mitch, I was saving this card for my movie whenever I finished it, but I don't know when that's going to be. And Bogman could actually do something. So here's this guy's number and his email, and I contacted him. He forwarded me to an agent that took up Bogman and Open Heart and got us 5 distribution deals. And we just had to choose which one we wanted, and we went with Green Apple Entertainment because, I mean, you have to sit down and do like Zoom interviews with all these people, and by like the third one, you kind of feel like, okay, all these people are saying the same things. We're kind of just another number. They're going to just throw it in there and whatever happens. Green Apple was the only one that was excited for the movie and talked about it like, oh man, this could be a cult classic if it was pushed right, you know?
Nice.
And then they were like, but even more like, we're trying to build some franchises up in our horror division. Do y'all got any sequels or any other ideas? And I was just like, shouted out like the first thing in my head, like, oh yeah, we got 10 of them all together. And they were like, oh, okay, well, we want them, all of them.
Nice.
So I had to go back to the guys, and I was like, hey guys, guess what? They want 9 more.
We get to write 9 movies.
Yeah, that's awesome, especially because y'all got into it for the love of doing it, and then being a part of a production or studio system that it's also in for it.
And another thing that worked out in our favor was whenever this producer saw the movie, the writer strike and the actor strike was happening simultaneously. So studios and distributors were dying for something.
Yes.
Yeah. And so like our agent told us, it's like, I want y'all to look at it like this. Everybody was lining up to go onto the Ark, and it started raining. And as soon as y'all got on the Ark, they slammed the door behind y'all.
Yes. Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. Awesome.
I mean, honestly, man, like, that's a wild deal to get out of the gate. 10.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't give us money for 10.
Right.
We're responsible for making the movies, but we have guaranteed major distribution for all 10 of them as long as we get them made.
So of the ones that are out, what's out right now?
Well, Bogman obviously was the first one to come out in 23 in October. And then Sea of Madness, the sequel, which, you know, I can talk about all these movies in depth with y'all because they were all a journey, each of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sea of Madness was my favorite filming experience that I've ever done in my entire career up until this point, bar none. That one came out in 24, 25, late 24, early 25. And then the third one, the Rake Investigation, just came out last night.
Yes.
It dropped last night.
And I'm gonna check that out when we get back to the.
It's already had a couple of hundred views after like 10 hours.
Dude.
So
good numbers.
And it was an unexpected movie too, by the way.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be part of the fourth. Well, actually, the third movie was supposed to be the Bogman anthology.
Yeah.
And it ended up being an extra movie for us, so we got one movie out of the way and didn't even expect to. You know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's when I started, and when I came in as in the Rake Investigation. I got a buddy that lives in Hawaii I've known for 20-something years. He's a SAG actor.
Okay.
I hooked him up with Mitch because I knew Mitch did movies, and they ended up becoming best friends. And next thing I know, he says, "Man, I'm coming to do a movie with Mitch. Fixing to fly down. Can I stay with you?" I was like, "Oh yeah." It's been like 20 years, you know. And so he came down. I went out on the set. I said, "Man, I'll help out any way I can."
Yeah, absolutely.
And ended up
stuck ever since.
Got thrown in the middle of the company and been doing almost a lot of the stuff here lately, social media, the editing on the videos.
Social medias are.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
And of course, we started a podcast together too.
Yes, yep.
That was just a spur of the moment thing. Hey, let's do a podcast. Okay, let's go do it, and we did it.
Tell them about how we had known each other for years before.
Yes.
We had lost touch with the
in music, right?
Yeah, me and Drew started out in 2008 playing music together.
Yeah.
A band asked me to come play guitar for them because they heard I wasn't doing anything at the time, and when I showed up to practice, he was there.
Nice.
And me and him and the bass player specifically, all three of us really clicked really hard.
What band was that?
It was a band called Whiskey Bayou.
Whiskey Bayou.
The third version of Whiskey Bayou. Let me get that clear because some people might get butthurt if we don't say that.
Gotcha.
I really don't care who gets butthurt by
me either.
anything that I say.
Me either. That was years ago. It was almost 20 years ago. But and that's what's kind of cool about our little career, guys, is a lot of us are musicians and artists that do our own stuff, you know. And
for sure,
I got into the editing, which I'd already been messing with the editing a little bit. Got into the editing, doing the social media, and now
now he's one of the top
really
six
good
in the company.
Right. So yeah.
Very cool, man. What? So I was wondering why the Bogman?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because all right, I get whenever I write scripts, I'm more inspired by locations than I am anything else. Like, all my biggest creative ideas came from looking at something and going, "Oh man, where could be filmed here?" You know. And so, like, the origins of writing the Bogman goes back to 2016. That's whenever the movie was first started getting written.
Oh wow.
And it was me and a buddy of mine named Sharky. We were big movie fans. He worked on my first movie with me back in 2010.
Okay.
And this was, we done another movie in 2012, and then we did a bunch of music videos together, and we did a redneck reality TV show together.
That's awesome.
And then so we wanted to write a script for a movie, and we just couldn't think of any good ideas. And then one day he hit me up and said, "Hey man, there's this camp over in El Dorado that I'm a third generation legacy at. I think we should go take a look at it. It might be cool for something."
Yeah.
So as soon as we're like pulling down the driveway, I'm thinking, "Oh my goodness, this is so great for like some sort of." I immediately thought Friday the 13th, of course, because it's a camp. But I was like, all right, what can we do that's different than that? Okay, instead of a killer, what if there's a monster out in the woods?
Yeah.
All right, what kind of monster would it be? Ooh, a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
A Bigfoot would be great because, what if the town knows the Bigfoot's there and this whole town is Bigfoot thing? Like, all these things are going in my head before we get to the end of the driveway. So I already had like, oh my God, we could do this and this and this and this and this.
Just ideas. Just bam, bam, bam.
And long story short, he couldn't get us to camp. But I had already written the whole script with the camp in mind. So I was like, oh, well, there goes that. And just kind of tossed the script off to the side.
Yeah.
And in 22, when we were thinking about the next one, we was like, well, we can grab that old Bogman script. Maybe I can switch something around with locations.
Yeah.
And we found a ranch instead. So now instead of a camp, the family inherited, it was now a ranch. And it was really just me going in there and changing the environmental thing on the script. Like exterior, backspace camp, ranch.
Yeah. Stable.
Arts and crafts room, barn.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's cool though that it came out of the story came out of the location.
What's also cool and what nobody actually knows right now is this is kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but we're not going to say any names. Somebody is getting killed off. That's one of the main characters. So y'all look forward to that.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Eventually. You see, because once Green Apple told us we had 10 to do, like me and our cinematographer, Daniel Stark, and a couple of other buddies, we just went into straight brainstorming modes. So the first thing that we came up with is like, okay, so every movie is just going to be its own separate story, but let's do them like Scooby-Doo. We'll keep the documentary crew from Bogman in every one of them. We can add in new characters and this and that, but that gives us a reason why they're finding new creatures every movie.
That's awesome. That's such a great idea.
And so once we had that figured out, we were like, okay, so what's the list of creatures we want to do? So we just sat down and wrote out the list of creatures. And I was like, okay, who wants to write what script? And at the end of the day, the only other person besides me that has the patience to sit down and actually type out a full script is Daniel, the cinematographer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Everybody else is like, here's my ideas. Just put it in your script.
Put it in yours.
All right. Okay. I'll do it.
Another cool thing is there's actually 3 TV shows within the movies.
Really? Oh, snap.
Because you got the Chasing Bogman.
Yes.
Chasing the Unknown, and then the Aliens Among Us is another one. So that's going to be for the 6th movie. So that's kind of cool.
That's very cool. I love this world y'all are building.
And we do introduce the Alien Among Us in the 4th movie, the Bog Anthology.
Gotcha.
So the 3rd movie, because we are like, to be honest with you, before we even finished post-production for Bogman, I already had Sea of Madness, the script already written.
Yeah.
Because one of the guys that came and worked on the film with us is an author named Jonathan Tripp, and he's got like a deal with Amazon, and he's got like 40 books that he's published now. And this was back whenever he didn't have any of that. He just had the 2 books, and Sea of Madness was his 2nd one. So he sent me a copy of it and just wanted my opinion on the book, and I read it. And it just was this really awesome, like Leviathan type story. And I was like, bro, can I turn this book into a screenplay? And he's like,
so it's adapted.
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Because he said, yeah, sure. I was like, but here's the thing, bro. If I do this, I'm going to change some stuff because I'm adding in characters from my previous movie into this story.
Yes.
So that's going to change people's decision making on certain things, but everybody's going to end up at the same ending that the original book had. Like,
It's how we get there.
It's like my opinion of time travel. Like we're all going to end up at the point.
Yes.
It's just what happens in between there.
It's going to be a little different.
And originally there were no mermaids in that one, but we wanted the mermaids to be the 2nd one. So I was like, instead of just sea monsters, they're turning into mermaids, all right? He's like, okay. It's like, I'm changing the ending. This is the ending now. He's like, okay. And I'm adding in these 2 characters, which is going to make this and this and this happen. He's like, all right, it all sounds good. And he came on set and was the assistant director for that shoot.
Very cool. And you had given me some insight on the filming of that one. Y'all were actually on a ship, right?
Yes.
That's so cool.
We were on an actual battleship, and it was the first script I'd ever written where I didn't already have the location in mind. I just was basing it off of a book, But then, like, I handed the script to Daniel, the cinematographer. I was like, all right, this is the 2nd one we're going to work on. And he looked at it and read, like, the first 10 pages. He goes, where the hell are we supposed to film this at, Mitch? I'm like, well, I don't know, man. We're going to figure it out, though.
And somewhere.
we had a producer for that movie. Adam Bass was the original producer that came on. He played Waylon, the drunk guy in the movie.
Got you.
And me and him and Daniel and our art department guy, Richie, started taking road trips to docked ships. The first one we went to was the USS Alabama.
Yeah.
That one was perfect and everything we needed, but they were saying, oh, that's going to be $50,000 for 5 days.
Wow.
So, okay, next one on the list.
Yeah.
We went to a submarine in Little Rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In y'all's area. They wanted $35,000 for 5 days. I was like, all right, move on.
Next one.
And then finally, someone brought up, hey, what about the USS Kidd down in Baton Rouge? It's the closest one to us by far, you know. So we went down there and we checked it out like all the other places. And once we got to talking turkey, they were the only ones that were willing to work with us and be like, because I told them, I was like, listen, we're kind of doing this all self-funded. So, like, you know, no studio is backing us. This isn't like when the Greyhound came and filmed here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
What the Greyhound spent on catering is probably what we have for the entire movie.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And so they said, all right, well, this is what we'll do. We'll charge y'all as a Boy Scout or ROTC group and put y'all under that same insurance banner.
Awesome.
It still ended up being $18,000 at the end of the day, which we didn't have. So that was another thing we had to jump over.
Yeah.
And that came in the one of the top 6 in the company now, a gentleman named Zane Fontenot from Lafayette.
Okay.
He was doing sound editing for a podcast that I had done an interview for.
Very cool.
And after the interview was over, like a few days later, he hit me up. Was like, hey man, I've been interviewing your thing with Third Coast Boys, and so I've been listening to your voice for the past 3 days nonstop. And I just want you to know that if you ever need anything, any help, I'm a sound guy. I'd like to offer my services. You ain't got to pay me. I just want to do it. I'm like, awesome. Yeah. So he was on the crew as sound. And the whole time he was on the crew as sound, I'm out there trying to find investors for the movie. At least $20,000, so we can pay for that and like get money to get down there and everything.
For sure.
Because they were going to let us stay in the museum and all that stuff, so we didn't have to worry about a place to crash. Man. And once I spent all of my options and couldn't find any money, I had to start calling everybody and tell them we're going to put this on hold indefinitely, or until I can convince Green Apple to come out some money. Yeah. And I started calling everybody, telling them we were done. And I got to Zane. He was like, well, what do you need, dog? I'm like, well, I mean, we need at least 20 G's to make this happen.
To make it happen.
And he was like, man, I can throw 25 at it.
Let's go.
I'm like, what? How do you have that? He was like, man, I worked in the oil field for years. I got a little nest egg. It ain't going to hurt me too bad to throw that at it.
No.
As long as I get a little cut back from the percentages, I'll give you 35% of all returns for that kind of, you know.
Yeah.
And then he's been a part of the company ever since.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. That's cool how, because it's I'm seeing like similarities in this company and like our podcast network is just like utilizing the connections that I've made throughout life.
Yes.
And the people that I know and building
the favor system.
Yes.
You live and die off the favor system. So at the end of the day, it's how good of a person were you to the people around you leading up to this?
Yes.
Well, also, another thing that's funny, fell apart, is I'm also the locations manager and the transportation manager too. We tried to go find different places that were old that we could use in 1800 stuff for the Bog anthology. And man, people think if you're with a movie company, no matter if you're independent or what, that you just got all this money to spend to come and film at their place. They want godly amounts of money. Like, $10,000 for a day. You know, I'm like, what? We don't have $10,000 to come film at your place.
Yeah.
So, so we do a lot of our stuff that where we shooting stuff that's off of favors and people just wanting to be a part of it.
Exactly.
That's it. You know. So
exactly.
But yeah, so you know, Zane was such a huge help, not only in that one, but we were, you know, the plan was that the Bog anthology was supposed to be the 3rd film in the series.
Right.
Just because we also knew that anthologies were kind of a big deal at the moment, you know, and everybody's still kind of about them. And I've always been the only anthology I've ever liked in my entire life was Creepshow.
Oh, okay.
That to me that's the pinnacle. That's where it begins and ends, you know. So, but and also too, we knew the anthology would help us do world building, introduce more creatures for later films, and it would also give other people a chance to write some stuff besides me, you know, cool. And also give Daniel, our cinematographer, who had been working with me since my first movie and everything in between, and never complained, never said boo to a goose. I wanted him to get a chance to write something and then direct it.
Very cool.
Since he had been always there the whole time with us.
It's a great opportunity for that.
So an anthology is a chance for you to just really do everything you ever wanted to do. You know?
And we'll make it. And
it's still part of the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And so I wrote the 1800s first short. Daniel wrote the second short, and me and Toby Otero together wrote the Rake short. And the Rake was going to be the first short that we filmed for it.
Yeah.
And after 2 or 3 weekends of filming, once I got into the editing room, I realized that this is way too much for a short.
We've got enough here.
Like this is like I remember I got to the 50-minute mark and it was towards the end, and I was like, there's still at least 3 more minutes on this, you know, like at least. So this ain't a short.
This is a movie.
So, but it's also not like long enough to like, it's more like an awesome TV show episode.
Right.
So that I hit up Green Apple. I'm like, what do we do about this? And they were like, I don't know. Y'all are creative. Find a different ending and beginning and find something, and we'll just release that as a movie. So like, all right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we wrote a different beginning. We wrote a different ending. And then we went back and did all the interview footage with all of the characters to make it an official, like, you're watching an episode of the Rake Investigation TV show. Yeah. Since it's what it looked like and was the length of, throw some more interviews in there, put a little 5-10 minute beginning and ending to it. Bam, you got an hour and 15-minute long movie.
Yeah. Round out some plot. Tie off some strings.
But that's the one that came out last night.
Okay.
And it is, I think, the funniest one that we've ever done.
That's cool.
We were just trying our best to make it. We went straight Office style with it. It's like, what if the guys in the office went out in the woods to try to hunt a monster? What would happen? That's pretty much how we treated it.
That's fun, dude. That's super fun. What do you think? You mentioned Sea of Madness was probably your favorite filming experience. What was your least favorite?
The most recent movie, Honey Hole.
Oh no!
Yeah, the one we just finished. That's
because of everything that happened on set.
Now, so we finished the Bog anthology, all the shorts by April of 25. That's because we did the period piece short last, which was, if Sea of Madness was my favorite, the Bog Manifest short for Bog Anthology was a very close second.
All right.
Because we had to go and borrow a bunch of costumes. You know, it's period piece. You have to look the part. We went to.
We also all act in our movies too, by the way.
Yeah.
And we had to find a ranch that was big enough to double as a town, that was still like wood based and had horses, and it was all really awesome. And they let us just camp out there for 4 days.
That's awesome.
And so and it was like all the core group. It was everybody from all the other movies, because since it was a period piece, even everybody that died in the other movies could come back.
And do it. It was like their ancestors in a way.
Yeah. That's neat.
So it was like a big reunion of everybody from all the movies until that. Dude. So it was just 4 days of just partying and like
fun filming.
Yeah, drinking and just smoking and let's go over here and shoot some stuff for a couple of hours real quick.
That's fun, man.
And so that was done by April of 25, and by October of 25, we started doing Honey Hole.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to be as kind as I can be.
Okay.
And I don't want anybody saying anything mean or negative.
Right.
I'm just going to give a deposition and testify on what happened.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Honey Hole.
Don't trust everybody. don't trust everybody you come across.
And just because they're a professional SAG actor that's been in blockbuster movies doesn't mean that they're reliable.
Gotcha.
I have found that my local meth head actor to be more reliable than some other professionals.
Yes.
I'm not going to say names either. But so Honey Hole was going to be the first movie that we did where we had, for the most part, at least B or C list cast.
Very cool.
We had people from Mayfair Witches. I'm trying not to name any names so people can't do by trial of elimination, but we had like 7 or 8 name actors or C or B name actors that were flying in or busing in or driving in for a day or two and then go and doing the thing. But we had one guy who was the lead character, who is basically in every scene from top to bottom of the whole movie.
Yes.
He's narrating it. It's his movie, So we went with the studio actor.
Yesterday about the poster.
And so we, this is why I'm not saying names, because it's process of elimination.
You know who it is, right?
Yeah. So anyway, the guy shows up. And he's super cool.
Yeah.
He's super, super cool. He's always on the phone with his wife in one form or another, whether it be text or on the phone talking to her. He's one of those type of personalities.
Yeah.
But I ain't trying to, blame anybody for that, because he was always super cool. We had a great time.
Fun.
He did the first 3 days with us. Mainly just him. There was only one day during that time where we had another name actor.
Yeah.
And we were filming out in the woods where we film our Bogman movies, which is 15 minutes from anywhere.
Yeah.
And you have to know how to get there to even find it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, like, once you're there, you're there.
You're just there.
And if you disappear from there, something terribly egregious has happened.
Yeah.
So we get done with the 3rd day of shooting. He gets all the makeup off. We have to have a little production meeting real fast before we leave.
Yeah.
Hey, where's he at? Hey. We looked around all the vehicles, ain't there. Trailers, ain't there. The house, he ain't there. Tents, ain't there.
Oh, no.
So now we're like, okay, guys, we're no longer packing up gear. We are now searching the woods.
We are now finding a human.
Somebody said that he had low blood sugar earlier. This is even worse. Let's get in there. And after an hour and a half of searching and not finding him, and calling his phone, calling the wife, and not finding anything out, we're like, okay, we have to call the cops now, right? Like,
we have a missing human.
But this is the point where put up the things, put up the stuff, everybody spray air freshener, we have to call the police now.
Yeah.
So we do. They send 15 deputies out there in 5 squad cars. So it's like 3 deputies a squad car. And they're searching that guy's property like a serial killer documentary. Can't find nothing.
Oh, no.
We're talking to the cops, giving our insurance. So they signed the liability sheet.
That's what I'm saying.
We're handing them that stuff. We're giving our report. We're trying to make sure TMZ ain't going to be calling one of our phones later on. And
no doubt.
3 hours later,
I get a Facebook message from the guy saying that he's on a bus back home and he can't do the rest of the movie. No other explanation. But I can come back and finish it later on. I'm like, no, bro, we still got 3 more name actors coming the next 4 days.
he wanted to be paid for what he did already.
Yeah, and so we had to recast the next morning with one of the crew members.
Oh, my God.
Reshoot everything over the next 4 days. It turned into 5 days because we had to keep reshooting.
And ended up being a better actor than he was.
And that is true.
Nice.
The performance was better.
Very good.
But it's our own Back to the Future, where you film half of it with Eric Schultz, and then you got to get, Michael J. Fox in there.
That's so funny, man.
So that was my least favorite ever, because I don't think I've ever been more like high strung and like
my God,
having to make like last minute decisions that are going to have long lasting effects to everything. So it's like, whatever I decide, I have to just, whether I find out later on that I'm right or wrong, I got to lean into this.
Dude, we had the cops looking for you.
But we still finished filming the movie 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
It's complete. So
very cool.
That is another plus. And then we start on our 6th Alien movie in next month, or May.
Awesome.
So y'all have 10 of these movies
Right.
to create, and they're all built inside of an interconnected kind of universe.
Yeah.
When you're choosing what stories you want to tell in this universe, is there any kind of guiding principle that you go off of? Is there anything that you look for in a story to tell?
Yeah.
Anything you want the audience to take away from it?
Well, to me, because as someone that played music for 20 something years, and then now I'm almost been doing this 20 years now. 2019 will be 20 years. I've been doing film stuff as well as doing music together at the same time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, when people ask me all the time, like, which one do you consider yourself more, a musician or a filmmaker? My answer is always, I consider myself a storyteller.
Yeah, yeah. And that comes through in your music a lot.
Yeah, and the rest of it's just what medium you're telling your story. And as far as like the ideas for stories, I'm going to quote somebody that we all know, Jim Cornette.
All right.
And you've heard this a whole bunch too. Jim Cornette himself said, if you steal one thing from one person, that's plagiarism.
Yeah.
But if you steal 100 things from 100 people and put it into one body of work, that's just research.
That's
and that's what I do. I just what story tropes that have already been done that works. Like what has already been done that works. How can I improve these characters? Because now at this point in time it's a little bit more than just the story. Now you're talking about individual characters over the course of many films. So you now have to slowly over time build out those characters. You can't give a main character a full development story in one movie because this is too big for that. They're gonna be a dickhead for a couple of films and then have something that causes them to have a redemption arc. Take your time with it.
I like it.
And just like I said, think of the things that works. Think of your favorite stories. Think of your favorite movies. Think of a whole bunch of them. Don't take one thing from one. Just think of this worked here, that worked there. All right, how do I make my characters do those things?
How do I make my characters do it?
Tell the story that you want to tell.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling the story.
Yeah.
Also, another cool thing next year, when we start on our 7th movie, we get to go to Arizona.
Ooh.
To a ranch in Arizona and film.
What's the movie?
The Mothman.
No,
it's Chupacabra. My bad. Wait. Okay. Mothman's coming though.
Yeah,
so,
Mothman's
but
on the list.
I just got them mixed up. There's too many.
Chupacabra's awesome. That's gonna be so fun, dude.
And the story behind that is how we got that in Arizona is I told you about me and Larry being friends for 20 years, the guy from Hawaii coming down and how I got involved in this. Well, mine and Larry's other best friend lives in Arizona. So that's how we got the hook up on the goat farm. So that's what we're going to use for that movie.
There couldn't be any more.
Here's the thing. This, all right, I'm sitting here talking all jovial like this is just a fun ride and easy. It is not. It is not easy. No. A lot of us have lost wives and girlfriends and opportunities. Like, there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into doing this. I started out on this journey married. I am now divorced.
Yeah.
But the way I look at it is this. Too many serendipitous things that never happened for anybody else happened.
Yeah.
And every single time we need one of those once in a lifetime miracles, it keeps on happening.
It keeps happening.
So no matter how hard and how ruined our credit and how broke and bankrupt we might end up and become and are, to me, in my mind, it's like, there is obviously a reason why we're doing this, making these silly, funny monster movies.
There's something that keeps us in.
Yes, and so when people say things like, "Oh, how are you going to film on a ship? How are you going to film in Arizona? How are you going to do all that?" Because these are all things that we had planned to do, and we didn't even know that his homie had a goat farm in Arizona, and it just happened.
Stuff just happens.
And so I find it really hard. It's very easy to be. They'll get the wind knocked out of you from time to time.
Yes.
It's easy to get depressed.
Yeah.
It's easy to feel like I've wasted so much of my life and I've sacrificed so much, and I still don't have enough money to go put gas in my car, you know, like
yeah.
those kind of things I wrestle with every day. But I also know that what we're doing is something that's going to last beyond my momentary problems right now.
For sure.
I've said this a lot in interviews too. And I might have even said it to you in via text, but it's something that I believe. So it's something I say all the time.
Yeah.
I believe that whenever you die twice. It's the first time whenever your physical body gives out and your soul leaves and goes on to wherever the hell it goes on to, whether you just get put back in the machine for another ride or move on to something else. That's your first death. But then the next time the last living person that remembers you says your name or thinks about you and then they die,
that's your second
it's
death.
like you never existed after that. And I feel like art is the way that normal people become immortal.
I think so, yeah.
And I just feel that even if I die broken, penniless, with nothing to my name, who knows, in 20 years, my name ended up being something way different than what I thought, you know?
100%. It's I tell people when they ask about the, getting the podcast network going, and it's like I just when it comes to art and making art and creating and stuff like that, I just I don't like the idea of dying quietly. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I don't like that idea.
I don't want my family members be the only memory of me, you know, because honestly, my family kind of sucks. So.
That's family, though, right?
That's family, yes.
That's family. And so with us being a horror movie podcast specifically, I just wanted to get real quick y'all's top 5 horror movies. Okay.
Jaws and Evil Dead 2.
I mean, yeah. Belong on a top 5.
Yeah. Jaws is just my favorite movie ever, just because it's just almost a perfect fucking film.
It is. There's no wasted time in that movie.
Everything else gets convoluted after that, if I'm being honest with you. I could throw some of my favorite movies that I watch over and over, because to me, I think that when people ask you, oh, what's your favorite movie? I think a lot of people sometimes think of what intellectual property can I think of that would, impress them.
Yeah.
Mine is like, well, what are the movies that like I still?
That's how we approach it. Is like when I'm making my list for our show, like I approach it as what would I want to go watch right after this. Not necessarily what's the best film I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I would also, if Jaws and Evil Dead 2 is on there, this is a kind of a newbie.
All right.
Newer one. It's not in the 70s at all. I really love Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
yes, dude.
Just so good.
It really is.
That's not my favorite. Devil's Rejects is probably my top.
That's. We just did an episode on House of a Thousand Corpses like a week ago.
Probably, and then the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
And because I still watch that movie all the time.
Yeah, we watch it every year.
Time, but more than I should, I guess.
I think that's every fan of Texas Chainsaw, though. It's like I think I'm watting it too much.
Yeah,
I think
it's really not that bloody of a movie.
No, it's really not.
Mainly subconscious. That makes the movie so disturbing.
Yeah, dude. And the dinner.
The dinner, yeah, the real madness in that scene, real blood, real crazy.
Yeah.
This fifth one's gonna bug me. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm trying to think of like what are the classic horror movies I watched recently, and I guess maybe I'm gonna have to say, and I guess Phantasm, because I watched the original Phantasm.
That's a good one, too, man. That's a good one. The Ice Cream Man saves the day.
Yeah. Like, what movie can you, besides that one, can you think of that the hero is rocking a skullet the whole time?
I can't think of one where they let the hero do it.
I know, like as a balding man myself,
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. Like, oh, I can still rock a skull and be in an action movie.
Yeah.
So, as far as movies go for me, some of my favorite horror movies
Yeah.
would be the zombies. I love zombies.
Awesome.
So Resident Evil, World War Z.
Yeah.
But old school, as far as old school movies go, Hellraiser was
Hellraiser is awesome. Hellraiser.
Because that wasn't supposed to be a franchise. It was
No.
supposed to be a standalone good movie.
Yeah.
And I probably watched every one of the Hellraiser movies. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
so you've seen a lot of trash too.
And another one of my favorite, which I've never seen anybody do anything like, was Phantasm.
Yeah.
I always like Phantasm.
Phantasm's
I didn't
awesome.
even know that. I didn't even know that about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Phantasm's such a unique story.
it is.
And it
You get these little fucking killer orbs following.
Yeah.
And, it's like you don't see that anymore.
and this giant man that you can't destroy.
Yeah.
Like,
And what's also what I also really like about that movie is, to me, it's more than just the movie that like sticks with me.
Oh,
the
okay.
story behind the movie. It's one of the reasons why Jaws is still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It never worked. You know.
Yeah.
It had one of the scariest asshole dudes on it.
Yeah.
Like creepy as hell. Yeah.
He was
Like,
the scariest.
Phantasm was a passion project of the director that he was convincing his lawyer daddy to pay for weekend film dates
Really?
over the course of a year and a half.
Really?
They filmed that movie on weekends over the course of a year and a half, and the director's daddy paid for everything.
That is insane. I had no idea. Wow, dude.
When I get obsessed about something,
You got to know everything.
I gotta know, like, oh, why is this so good? What happened during the making of this to make it so good? Oh, everything went wrong, and this is the product of manipulating chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to know how to manipulate chaos, and I've been learning ever since.
Had to manipulate chaos.
And I feel like at this point I'm the Magneto of chaos manipulation.
Nah.
That's the only way that you can make this many fucking movies in
Is
4 or 5 years.
Stir shit up. Stir shit
But
up.
it's also very important, like I said before, if you are living and dying on the favor system,
Yes.
it's also important that during this whole time that you're taking favors from folks, you're returning
Those favors.
as well.
Should we mention our podcast that you put on your network or whatever?
Oh, yeah, we can do that for sure.
You're the host of that one, baby.
I was just going to mention that you guys are putting our podcast
On Rebel Without a Clue. Yeah.
Awesome. That's going to be awesome. That kind of gives us some exciting things to look forward to, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, man.
Drivers or something.
Yeah. More community, more.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why we decided to do the podcast is because to tell the stories
Yes.
behind each movie.
Yes.
We're even going to be reviewing other people's movies too.
Awesome.
We get past to where we're at right now, pretty much. That's going to be a while. So.
Once our story catches up to reality, like the Boruto manga did.
Right. Mm-hmm. So anyway, stay tuned.
Yeah. That's gonna be awesome,
Like when they
man.
had to cancel the Boruto anime because the manga couldn't catch up.
But I'm familiar with it.
Well,
I teach enough kids.
So like I said, I'm a storytelling junkie.
Yes.
And I want to know all the good stories from all the good mediums. I'm not an anime or manga fan.
Yeah.
I don't go out and look it up or watch it or anything like that.
But if it's a good story.
But somebody turned, like, it was one of those situations that I was at a homie's house and they were watching Naruto and I want to watch it, and they're like, come on man, just watch one episode.
Yes.
And if it don't grab you, I'll turn it off. We can turn on X-Men or Spider-Man, whatever the fuck you want to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So he showed me the Rock Lee Gara fight first, and I was like, yeah, you can back it up. Let's just start from the top.
Yeah, let's just go from the beginning.
And that was in 2002, and because I got into it so much,
Yes.
I have still followed the story still to this day.
Awesome.
Because now they're done with Naruto's story. Now it's his son's story. So now his son. So I'm still following the son.
Yeah.
Because it's also still a good story. That's the thing. It's like it's still good.
And I was gonna say, it obviously grabbed you because one of my favorite albums that you've made is a Naruto specific album.
Yes.
And it has. We need to listen to it. It's got bangers on it, dude.
Yeah, that was to me that was
lighter.
just a fun exercise because like I wanted to do 5 concept albums. I didn't know what the concepts were going to be. I was just going to let it come at me as it happened. And once I realized, I'm going to do a Naruto one because, I mean, I still rewatching fights and episodes still to this day.
Yeah.
Now I've moved on. I like watching people online react to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like watching the episodes anymore because I've watched them all so many times. Like, if I'm watching a fight, I want to go watch some dude from the ghetto do a reaction.
Yes.
They get so hyped.
That's
like, it's right. That's what I felt when I heard that.
I love that, man.
That's where Mitch's wrestling.
Yeah.
A lot of that's mixed in with a lot of the storytelling.
Because it's storytelling still.
It is. It is still storytelling.
Wrestling is still storytelling. It's just a different medium than what I can even do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and that honestly, that allowed me to appreciate wrestling so much more, is knowing that there's people writing this stuff and like that care about where the story goes.
yes.
And like,
and not, you know, like my girlfriend.
I don't know, man. I was going to wrestling matches back in the 80s. I'm so old, and it was so much better back then.
oh, I bet, yeah.
More believable back then.
Yeah.
They were really have real blood.
Yeah.
There wasn't any pads
Yeah.
on the poles or any of that. You know what I mean? They were really getting hurt.
They were getting after it.
See, you know, my girlfriend can't stand wrestling. She can't get past the part that it's a work. She can't get past the part that it's decided before they go out.
Yeah.
And, you know, and she can't get past the part that they're not really punching each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, here's the thing. If they're doing their job right,
Yes.
you are supposed to believe that
That they are.
hit each other.
It's because someone's not selling.
Yes, and other person's not feeding right.
Yep.
If they're not swinging right, the other person's not selling right, and you think, oh, that punch was so fake. Well, they fucked up.
They did something
They are
wrong.
not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. And also,
It happens.
And also at the same time, it's like, all right, so does that make you not want to watch The Matrix? Because you know that they wrote that Neo was going to defeat Agent Smith at the end. And also the fact that they choreographed every single punch and kick that they did.
That's a good point.
Make you not want to watch that?
Not to mention, we also have a bunch of wrestlers in our movies as actors.
That's awesome.
That's another thing.
And also with wrestling, for me, I had that same issue for a little bit. For me, it went from thinking about it as like it's fake to it's fake because they're trying to minimize how much they get hurt, not stop themselves from getting hurt. They're still absolutely putting their bodies on the line.
Oh yeah, they're still taking bumps, and
Yeah.
some of these idiots that are sitting there doing the fake forearms and punches, like in AEW, that all their strikes look fake as hell.
Yeah.
Diving off of a ladder onto some glass chairs, you know, like
Yeah.
that will break your back. You
That-
can't fake that.
No.
Why are you trying to kill yourself with the basics that make all of this believable? This bass backwards.
Yeah. And, well, wrestling. I love wrestling.
I do too.
For-
You can't tell.
Yeah. I like wrestling because it almost makes it more interesting once you understand that it's a business relationship that these two men are in, and we're trying to keep each other as safe as possible while making it as believable as possible.
It's like choreography, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Y'all want a little history lesson about why wrestling went kayfabe and stayed kayfabe?
Wasn't
I
it
didn't know that.
the why it went kayfabe?
Yeah,
Hit me.
the mob.
Mm.
You think about it, wrestling started
It's
out.
always the fucking mob.
Wrestling started out as a carny attraction, right?
Yes.
That's how it started.
Yes.
And in those days, just like with boxing, you just went in there and you grappled until you pinned your dude down for 30 seconds, and that was wrestling.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And it grew and grew, and they'd get up and strike, but they're still, you know, for the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
part, during the carny area, that shit was a shoot. you know?
Yeah, for sure, dude.
And
We did an episode of. Are you familiar with Bull Curry? Bull is a wrestler who went from that carnival circuit into like traditional professional wrestling. But I derailed you a little bit.
it probably will lead into what I'm saying.
Well, he also had mob ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So whenever the mob came in, probably in the early 19 teens, I don't know the exact dates. I just know the overall arcing story.
Yeah.
The mob came in, and both boxing and wrestling, we want to know who wins. We want to make the
That
bets on
makes
this.
sense.
And so that's how that you're going to win this match happened.
Yeah.
And then after a while, they're like, well, if I know I'm going to win, or if I know I'm going to get beat by him, maybe I can talk to him and maybe he'll let me really beat on him for a while before he knocks me out.
It's the same thing the NFL does now.
Yeah. Just make us look good for a minute.
So yeah, maybe you let me get some heat on you for a while before you knock me out. So at least if I get knocked out, people will think, oh, he's not a pussy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that was the beginnings of working.
Oh, wow,
they wanted to, if this was all going to be whatever anyway, let's try to be safe with each other and let's make each other look good so that we can go make some money later on at other
Absolutely.
fights.
That's crazy.
After the mob got busted up, everybody had the option to go back to the way it was. And boxing did. Boxing went back to the competitive way. But then the wrestlers were like, hey man, we got to travel on the road 5 days a week to do this.
Yeah.
Boxers, they fight once a month.
Yes.
Let's just keep it back the way it was so we can take care of each other and continue making money.
Yes.
And then
we have a show now.
Yeah. Then it just slowly evolved over time to what it is now.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna bring up the moment that broke kayfabe forever.
Oh, Shawn Michaels. Oh, Razor Ramon.
I know it. They just had to hug.
Triple H is the only person that got in trouble for doing it.
I know, dude.
One thing that I think I'm noticing being at this festival and talking to y'all and reflecting on my own experiences is
good job.
Like in my day to day, I'm a history teacher.
Yeah.
So I teach history and I spend all day thinking about history and I studied history in school and all that kind of thing. And I think one thing that has been common in the human condition from the beginning of time, no matter what changes, technology or society, is that human beings are always driven by wanting to hear and tell stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this festival is about storytelling. That with the Fog Monster, y'all's cinematic universe y'all are building is a purpose for telling stories.
Absolutely.
Everything we're about to watch is storytelling.
Yeah.
And I think it's a cool insight and experience to be here and be connected to that kind of.
Because storytelling, it does so much for us as humans. I'm glad you brought it up. Because it does a number of things. One, it gives us an escape from the real world. Just for a moment, I can forget about the fact that I can't afford to pay my insurance payment this month.
Exactly.
And I can listen or read or watch or enjoy this story to just distract me for a minute.
Yeah.
But also another part of storytelling is to teach.
Yes.
That you might, as you're listening,
learn
the solution
something
for your problem might be in your story.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching or reading or experiencing, maybe I should try that in my life. Maybe that'll work.
Exactly.
It's also therapeutic.
Yes.
To know that somebody else has experienced something that you can relate to and have experienced. It can make you happy whenever you're depressed. You know, it can calm your mind whenever you can't. When you have anxiety, you can't think. It does so.
It can make you sad when you need the catharsis. You know.
It's why whenever the government first started cutting funding for music and other arts, it's like. So you're just trying to make us all sad, depressed drones that just go out there and make money? Because that's what you're doing when you take away arts and storytelling.
100%.
What makes humans human.
Yeah. 100%.
What have you had any thoughts about storytelling?
No. I mean, I guess I got my own way of storytelling doing the social media stuff.
Absolutely.
It's still
it's controlling the story while it's being
told. We've been incorporating AI here lately. And everybody's like, oh man, AI is cheating and this and that. No, it's not, because you're telling them what to do.
Yeah.
Still telling the story.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful with AI. Right. You can't rely on it too much.
Definitely don't get it to spell words because it can't spell.
Yeah.
I already realized that. Like if you look us up through AI, our productions, like it'll show like 3 different companies and we're face and we're all this. We're like, wait a minute.
Hold on, slow down.
I mean, the name Open Heart came from not so much any religious standpoint, but from the fact that the company has always been open to anyone that wants to be a part of it.
Open heart.
We have hardcore staunch MAGA Trump supporters. We have LGBT. We have trans. We have recluses that never leave their houses. We have liberals. We have people like me that just don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm here to tell some stories. And if y'all want to help out and y'all can get along with everybody while you're out here, you're always welcome.
We're a big family. We love everybody. We don't judge people. I mean, that's the way we see things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoping one day everybody else is the same.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, and that's kind of how we built our network too. Was just if anybody's got a cool idea, come on. You know what I mean?
Artist is an artist. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we've got right wing guys and left and everybody in between, man. So filming Bogman and that kind of stuff, and being at the Boggy Creek Festival, have you ever had a Sasquatch encounter or anything?
No, I have not.
You have not.
In fact, I'll tell you what I tell anybody that asks me these things, if I'm a believer or not.
Okay. Oh yes. Okay.
I tell them that I am agnostic.
I believe there might be something.
There could be something out there. There's been some compelling evidence. Some of that evidence has been debunked, whether you want to believe it or not.
Right.
Some of it hasn't, and I've heard stories from all kinds of people up here that, like, I know they're not just lying to me because we're away from everyone right now. They can pull me off to the side and tell me this. So I believe they've experienced something. All these people have got to be experiencing something. I just personally have not experienced anything that would make me think, oh man, they're right. He is real. But I believe that it is quite genetically and evolutionary wise a possibility,
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
It's the most believable out of all the things that are out there, in my opinion. Because now now we know aliens are real.
Right? Yeah, aliens are just a thing.
Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Like nobody even got excited about it. Everybody's like, "Oh, okay, so they're real. Okay, we knew that."
Yeah.
I just think back like the Project Blue Book, where like the government was spending so many years with this hardcore code. Like, if the public knew about this, they would just lose their minds. And it happened. We were like,
oh,
okay, well, what about this gas problem?
What about the Epstein files?
Epstein files. Can we talk about health insurance?
Can I get some health insurance?
Can we please talk health insurance?
Can I get a livable wage for a second?
Yeah. Or can they just come destroy us now?
It's like that meme on the internet. It's the lady talking about, why would I care what shape the earth is? I still got to pay.
I saw that.
I still got to pay.
The boyfriend's trying to explain how the earth is flat. He's like, why would I give a shit about any of that? When I got to pay bills. Oh yeah, I'm so excited for this wrestling match, man.
Me too.
I'm so glad they're doing it now, not yesterday when we first talked. And that Harrison walked over there and touched the ring and burned his hand. And this is my son Harrison right here. He's actually been in 2 of the movies.
Oh.
He was in the first one that we did.
Yes.
No one saw. And he was in the Bog anthology during the 1800s, early 1900s.
Awesome. What was that like, man?
It was quite a good experience. Sometimes miserable. But honestly, out of all, it was actually kind of nice.
Cool.
He was mad because he couldn't wear tennis shoes.
I couldn't even wear sandals.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like 1907.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we don't have any shoes that'll fit him for like this. Like, well, then I guess the kids will just all go barefoot because that's what they would do.
Yeah. You just had a bunch of barefoot kids running around.
He did not like being barefoot.
Oh,
as soon as we were done cutting, he was going over there and putting the shoes back on. And
I want to say I was barefoot most of the time.
And I've never been more scared on any film set than I was on all the scenes that he had to be on a horse.
Oh, I bet.
And I'm like, man, this is how they killed Superman. I mean,
they
didn't kill him, but he was useless after that.
Yeah, he wasn't Superman again.
Yeah.
He was not Superman.
He was dead man.
He was not moving man.
Yeah. He was Magneto.
He was just.
Or what's that? Professor X.
He was chumming the water from Eminem after that. How many Christopher Reeve mentions have been in Eminem songs.
A ton.
Like, I feel like someone out there in the listening, if y'all want to go and do some research on that
Yeah.
and figure out how many times Eminem says Christopher Reeve's name or makes some mention of him
Christopher
being
Reeves.
alive.
It's a lot. It's more than any other rapper.
And they were like cool with each other too. So
Yeah. That's so crazy.
But I'll also say this, like a lot of the encounters in the Bogman movie,
Yeah.
I wrote them based off of stories or YouTube videos of actual encounters that people had.
Very cool.
Some of it was off the wall crazy stuff, like the dude getting his face crushed with the foot, and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's a good one.
The guy that got ripped apart, and his limbs thrown at the other guys, like that's all, But like anytime somebody was out in the woods and saw him and ran or got away from him in the movie, even like the hunters before they died, I still based everything up until their death on an actual real encounter. Because I was thinking also whenever it's like, okay, that'd be cool that y'all managed to shoot at and got away from one Bigfoot, but what if there was a second one off to the side holding a tree waiting for you?
Yes, 2 big feet.
Because that was the thing we pointed out that, there's more than just one Bigfoot out here in the woods.
It's awesome.
The end of it.
It is awesome.
So that, and I'll give you a little, this is a half-ass spoiler for the Bogman movie. Bogman is going to be the finale.
Nice.
It's the 10th movie.
All right.
It's going to be Bogman, Sea of Madness, The Rake Investigation, Bog Anthology, Honey Hole, Rules That Apply to Abduction, El Chupacabra Attacks, Mothman Awakens, and then Bogman.
Nice.
Bogmen is throughout all of the series, their whole goal is to capture the creatures.
Yeah.
So every creature that they have captured from Sea of Madness throughout Mothman, including Mothman, as they're trying to move them from Area 51 to the new location, from Mountain Bend, Arkansas to the new location at Area 51, the truck gets overturned and all of those creatures go out into Bogman.
Dude.
So it's now the Bogman teaming up with all the surviving humans to get rid of all these creatures.
Wow. That's a great. That is not where I saw that going at all.
But the Bigfoot is still a little tender about working with Dr. Martin because he watched Dr. Martin shoot his homie. So he's kind of.
These dudes are so awesome. They've already got a plan for after the 10 movies.
Yeah.
Like, we got some more stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Very good,
including
dude.
a wrestling movie.
Yeah, wrestling movie.
Yeah.
Actually,
Are you going to do the Blood Tornado?
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds great.
I read the script.
We're actually going to do a western too.
Nice.
And then take a break from the Bogman stuff for about 5 years.
Yeah.
But,
take a break.
Yeah.
we're not going to spoil that.
Yeah. We're waiting on nostalgia to see if nostalgia kicks in after some time, and if another opportunity opens itself that we could maybe continue on the universe. Else, we might.
But give it some time to breathe a little bit.
Because 10 movies that we're filming and releasing them at a rapid rate.
Yeah, y'all are banging them out.
It's not a whole lot of time to personally promote a single movie.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I kind of plan on what my plan is for the future is once Bogman is done and it's officially out on the streaming services, me and a couple other people in the company, we're going to load up in my van with a travel trailer and just travel the whole country.
Nice.
Festival, Comic-Con, HorrorCon, film festival, any place that movies or pop culture is
and just
celebrated,
getting them out.
We're going to show up and get a booth or promote from the line, just whatever.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
And there's another reason why we're trying to dump them out so fast on top of each other is because that really is now the only way you can make any real money in the film business.
Okay.
Because, like the Bogman, it's the one that's done the best for us by far. We've had over 1 million views of it throughout all of the streaming services. And we're looking at the returns that we're getting from that. And it is, I'm not going to say the numbers, but I mean, just assure you, it is not enough.
Yes, yeah.
And at first, I thought it was just maybe our deal was bad.
Yeah.
And then I started talking to other filmmakers and seeing their numbers. I'm like, we're actually doing better numbers than them, and they're like legends.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
like, so the only way to make the real money is to stack as many of those movie checks into one as you can.
That
And
makes
if this
sense.
movie check after 3 months is this, imagine what it would be times 10.
Yes.
Because now there's 10 on top of it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of episodic storytelling,
Yeah.
so that you can have a whole complete story at once
And make that money.
Yeah,
I mean,
And get the money.
At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. Like at the beginning, it was not about the money.
Yes.
It's always about the story, and it still is. But we still got to.
But you have to have money, and you have to have money to make these stories
we still
too.
have to pay our bills. We
Yeah.
still have to have gas. So like, we live in a capitalist world where you have to have the money to do it.
Yeah.
So at some point in time, you do have to start looking at this as, all right, this is a product. This is my business.
I'm putting this much time into this.
Yeah.
What are my rewards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, any of the listeners didn't know, our fifth movie, which is The Honey Hole, which has our B and C actors in it, is also being offered for Netflix. So that's going to be a
Nice.
big accomplishment.
That'll be huge.
And it's and the only reason that one is all of the other films have been opted,
Yeah.
but they were all turned down because of the type of camera that we used. Because they have a very strict camera list.
Interesting.
And our cinematographer Daniel finally got a hold of one of those.
Very
That's
cool.
what we've been filming the movies on now. So we're hoping that that does open up the opportunity to get on one of the major distribution.
I think so.
Right now we're on two major ones that I can say is probably like Tubi and Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Includes
CW.
the CW app. That's a pretty big one.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's really crazy seeing the Bogman next to the Flash.
Hey, look who we got here.
Hey, well, speak of the rednecks.
The rednecks have arrived.
These two gentlemen that just walked up. We're in the middle of a podcast interview, gentlemen. These are the actors from the Rednecks for Hire reality show that we did back in the teens.
Robert. Robert.
Y'all missed all the storming, man. Yeah, we can tell y'all's listeners, man. Yesterday was nuts. Right?
It was crazy.
It was like, hey man, don't say that word on yesterday we were just chilling and like tornadic winds started happening. Like we're sitting
Just
here,
flipping
and you
boots.
see all that over there in the distance, all those little tents. We started seeing them come up and they're flying, and we're like, oh, and we see those flags whipping, and we see that, we're like, I think it's coming over here, guys.
And Mike here also got killed in the Bogman.
Yes, this is one of the hunters that
Oh my gosh, you sure are, man.
I'll put it together.
You sure are, man.
I was wondering, you ain't gonna need that gun no more.
Yeah,
That's so many people's favorite line.
it is.
You ain't gonna need this no more. I'll be back.
That's so funny, man. It took me a second.
What that gun wasn't gonna do no good.
No, not at all.
I might have needed it later on.
What's another great thing is I get to take all my children.
Yeah, dude.
Type of stuff.
Travel around and get some experiences.
They get to have some really great experiences.
They're slowly getting into it. At the beginning, they were not into it.
Yeah.
You know, they grew up in that tablet internet generation.
Yeah.
So the first time we had to sleep in a tent in the heat, it was just like, oh my God, Dad, why are you doing this?
Yeah, spend all day outside.
I can't do this. I can't sleep here. Like, guess what, bud?
Hey, everybody, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. That's where everything Open Heart is. The movies that are out now, our movie trailers, our promos, virtual podcast. Check it out. That's what it
That's
all
why
is.
he's in charge of social media.
Absolutely.
That's why you have that job and not me.
Yeah. And if y'all need a big fat dude for a wrestling movie, I'll let your boy.
Awesome. What if we want to kill you with one of the monsters?
Oh, dude. Anytime.
What if we brought you down to Louisiana to get killed by Mothman later?
That would be amazing.
Maybe both of y'all. Maybe y'all are both down there doing a Mothman podcast.
Yeah.
That could be like Mothman investigators or something.
Yeah. That would be real cool.
Because here's the thing, I have the overarching story. Like the last movie that has a script is El Chupacabra Attacks. The Mothman script and the Bogman script is not done. but we do know what those stories are going to be. We have the overarching story and what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They just haven't been sat down and written. And that's where you get leeway to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I start the movie out with 2 podcasters.
Yeah.
Bogman
Depends on what's.
immediately die.
Yeah.
And all of the reason why the other Bog crew comes to investigate.
That's fun. That's
now anybody
fun.
listening to this podcast in like 3 or 4 years, when you see that in the script, you're like, oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
You just made that up on the spot.
They said they were going to do it, and they did it.
So that's usually how it goes.
We just want to say thank you very much to anybody that listened to this interview with Mitch Laing and Drew Hill of the Open Heart Production Company. If you like listening to this, be sure to check out the other shows on our network. We are the Rebel Without a Clue Network. You can find our shows on Spotify and Apple. That don't work for me, brother. The Black Manifold Transmissions, The Revolution Will Be Broadcast, Bullshitting, The Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon, and The Horny Little Book Club. Also, dropping on 4/29 is the Open Heart Podcast. That's going to be Drew and Mitch's podcast on the network, giving an inside look at indie horror filmmaking. Thanks.